beautiful viewers. How are you guys and girls doing? I hope very good. Today, I have a wonderful guest for you guys and girls. It's a delightful little interview. I have never interviewed anyone for my channel, and this is the first person. Her name is Aline. She has a YouTube channel. It's called Ketobetic Aline, and she was diagnosed, I think recently, with diabetes. And what she did is take control of her life and her health. That's why I was impressed. I found her channel and I said, I must interview her because I was so impressed. I'm like, we need more people like her around and on YouTube because she's very inspiring. She's always smiling. She's always happy. She even wrote an ebook, fantastic ebook, which I bought, and it's wonderful with fantastic recipes. So let me introduce you to Aline. Good morning, Aline.
Good morning, Tara.
How are you doing?
I'm beautiful this morning.
Thank you so much. You look very pretty as well. So I heard you have some storms over there.
Oh yes, but they are welcome because we have been having terrible dry spell this summer. Hardly no rain, and it had created wildfires. And the rain is really blessed today.
Absolutely.
It's welcome. Fantastic. It's about time.
We're having the same problem here in California. We have fires every year. So it's wonderful that you have some rain. Send us some over here.
Oh, definitely.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you find out about your diagnosis? And how did you find out about the ketogenic diet? Okay?
Oh, that's a loaded question, my dear. I'll do my best. Okay. Well, first of all, I want to clear something before we get started, my dear. Because we're going to talk about diabetes in depth, we need to have a disclaimer. Okay?
Sure.
So I'm just going to read something that I put together, so make sure we're all, we can proceed. So, I want to say that this podcast has no intention to diagnose, treat, or cure. By viewing this podcast, the viewers take full responsibility for their own health and release Terra Universal and Ketobetic Aline from any harm. It's only for education purposes.
And information, absolutely.
And information. All right, so we got that out of the way, and we can proceed.
Very good.
Everybody asks where's my accent from? I'm French Canadian, and I know en français aussi.
On parle français les deux, hein? La prochaine fois, on fait une interview en français.
So there's where the accent from.
Wonderful.
I live in the Pacific Northwest in the little suburb of Olympia, Washington, and I am 57 years old. Will be 58 next month. And the good news is I declared last year, when I turned 57, that I was born in 1957. That was going to be the best year of my life.
Fantastic decision.
And guess what? I discovered the ketogenic diet.
Wow.
That year.
Awesome.
I started in August of last year experimenting, but I really started in September. So it's going to be a full year on the ketogenic diet.
Congratulations. That's so wonderful.
Thank you. So what I do is, in the past, I owned a restaurant for 5 years. And of all restaurants to give me diabetes, guess what it was? It was a pizza shop and a barbecue shop where we made everything from scratch. We created barbecue sauce. We made our own bread, our own pizza dough. And we worked really, really, really long hours. And that was in 2005 to 2010. I left the restaurant and found a year later a job at a hospital. And I think the universe brought me to the hospital for me to see the suffering, the pain. I see tons of patients every day. I go on every floors because I'm the one at that time that was serving the patient's tray. And I saw the inflamed legs. I saw the amputations. I saw the suffering, the pain in the patient's eyes, and I can't do nothing.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't want to be like that. I made a choice. I did not want to be like that anymore. I saw that down the road it would have been me,
Definitely.
and I had to find a solution. Just can't do anything.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how I, you know, I have tried anything. I was diagnosed in 2008 with diabetes. Like I say on one of my videos, I was visiting my mom
Okay.
in the hospital.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Yeah, she had gangrene. So you have to understand that my family pretty much all have diabetes.
Oh.
My mom and dad had it. She had gangrene. Um, my brother, his diabetes has affected his eyesight. He's almost blind. He has what they call a charcot foot. When all the bones disintegrate in his foot, and his foot got really, really big.
Ooh.
That's all from complication of
And
diabetes.
they were all on medication, diabetic medication?
Yeah, yeah. And my sister has it. She's doing good with diet. That she tells me, but I think she doesn't want me to worry.
Okay.
That her husband has it, her son has it.
Ooh.
So it's really in my family.
Okay.
And when I was diagnosed, because you need to watch the video, all that I knew was like my mom. She used to walk 5 miles a day, and I joined her pretty much every night, walking in the cold, because I come from northern Ontario.
Okay.
And we get a lot of cold nights. And we were walking around 7 at night, 5 miles, just so she would, get her blood glucose down before going to bed.
Yeah.
And that's how I knew how she was doing it. So I thought when I was diagnosed that I would do the same thing.
Yeah. Walking.
Yeah,
right?
but
to burn the sugars.
Yeah, but I didn't change my diet. So what happened is my diabetes got a little bit worse and a little bit worse. So now I see myself, buying all kinds of gym equipment.
Yeah.
I'm trying to burn that sugar every day. But
and how did you find out about the ketogenic diet? Who told you about it?
As my diabetes progressed and got worse and worse and worse, I was to a point that, I'm sorry to say that, but my fasting blood sugar was 250 and 60 sometimes. 260. It's
high.
like maple syrup in your vein,
That's pretty high.
And during the day, it would go to the 400s.
Ooh.
And that's why I knew at that time, because I had been a vegetarian, and then my blood sugar went a little higher because of all the carbs from the fruits and vegetables. And then I was a vegan, non-fat. It went the worst. And then I was losing my memory. So I was like this,
Against
what
the wall.
am I going to do? I give up. I surrender. God, give me something. Send me something. I don't want to take pills, because I don't believe that adding insulin to a body that already has too much of it, that the cells don't want to, take. I didn't think that was the solution. So I Googled.
All right.
How to reverse diabetes naturally, and Googled. And I saw on the internet, fat makes you lose fat, and this, and I discarded because I was afraid of fat, coming from a non-fat vegan,
Of course.
I was afraid of fats, but you know what? It kept reappearing in my Google search and on YouTube. It kept reappearing, suggested sites for me. So I said, well, maybe that's what the universe is sending me. So I clicked on it, and I clicked on Jimmy Moore.
Oh, okay.
Now, Jimmy Moore was really awesome. He answered my question because he has a problem himself. And at the beginning, it was really hard for me to accept that, fats are good for diabetics, because, when you have high cholesterol, my cholesterol was at 280, you don't want to add to the problem. So I was fearful.
Yes.
But my little voice instead said, trust. Try it. What do you have to lose? You're against the wall anyway.
Absolutely.
You've tried anything. So I surrendered, and I trust. And then I found Stephanie Person, and found Dr. Eric Westman, who
Yes.
helped with diabetes, and I found later Terra Universal. I was so
And the
excited.
whole Pandora's box was open, right?
And yes, and I felt like you guys were my extended family because you were managing your blood glucose. You guys give me recipes and inspiration, you know?
And we are living proof that
You guys all lost tons of weight,
Yes.
which is one of the factors of,
eating
being
fats.
diabetics because
Yes.
we have lots of weight, especially around our waist.
Absolutely.
So yes, you guys were godsend.
This is
That's
wonderful.
how
Awesome. So let's move on to this is wonderful. Your story is incredible. I congratulate you for taking charge of your health and not letting someone else dictate what you should do with your life. And also, our allopathy today in our society doesn't really cure anything. Mostly it just hides symptoms. So any medication you'll take, it's not really going to cure the source. The only thing that cures anything, I think, is food, is your habits, your minimizing your stress and things like that. So let's move on to the second question. Let's see, how did you get and where did you get the courage to take control of your health and resolving your condition? And was your family worried about you when you said no to medication and I'm gonna do it my way? Were they worried? Were they saying, oh no, please take the meds or something like that? Because it happens.
Well, my family
pressure.
lived on the east side of the country.
Okay.
So I really didn't tell them. It was like taboo, Everybody has diabetes, so we just don't talk about it, My husband told me several times I was playing Russian roulette with my health, that if he would get diabetes, he would get on medication and he would keep eating his bread and, everything, his dessert. And I said, well, that's your choice, but I see a lot of patients at the hospital that are doing just like that and they're missing a limb. So that's your choice. I'm not going to push it to you, but I'm going to find the solution. And you know what? When I started ketogenic diet, I started playing with it in August, but really in September, that's when I got into ketosis. It was so easy. So easy because when you're diabetic, you see everybody around eating stuff that you want, but you're saying no in front of them. But once you get home, my dear, and you have no one around you, you eat and you don't care. And when the blood sugar rises, you get really, really tired, so you go sit in your lazy boy and you fall asleep like in a comatose sleep. Wow. That's really, really what I was doing day after day after day. But when I found the ketogenic diet, that stopped. That really stopped.
Hold on 1 second. My battery's kind of running down. Let me plug it in. I forgot to plug my computer.
All right. Lovely home, by the way, my dear.
All right. Let's plug this computer right here. Okay, there you go. So the funny thing is, what I found strange is that this is all, it seems like it was planned by the universe, because you are in the healthcare industry. You see what's happening to diabetics, and then you refuse to go on that traditional route. You go online and you find fat, but yet the traditional medicine tells us that fat are bad for us. So
yes, exactly.
It's like we're trapped. And
that's how I felt. But at that point, when you have blood glucose in the 400s and fasting blood glucose in the 250 to 60, you have to try something, and I did. And the moment I start making myself treats, fatty treats, like I really miss the cheesecake, okay? Start making myself little cheesecake, it felt so good. The fats felt so good.
You weren't missing out on anything, because
Oh my God, it was like heaven. My blood sugar was going down little by little. I was eating the food that I loved. Okay, it was not sugar, it was stevia, which has a bitter aftertaste, but a treat is a treat is a treat.
Absolutely.
I was in heaven.
Absolutely.
And then I started eating meat, which I refused to eat while I was vegan, you know.
Of course.
And I started liking meat again and eating a little bit more, and I felt better. And my blood glucose went down, and started realizing I had more energy. My vision, when I just been to an eye doctor, had two pair of glasses, brand new pair of glass, as in the month of August. Well, in October, I didn't need them anymore. My vision, you know, got much better.
And your memory, do you notice a difference?
Oh, my memory. That's why I knew I was on the right track, because
exactly
it was coming back. It was so much fun. You know, I would see someone and I would remember their name right away. And I started quizzing myself, and I asked my husband to quiz me about movies, and I was remembering and every day more. So the viewers, if you're not diabetic, just try the ketogenic diet just to claim back your memory. That alone, I would do it.
Absolutely true. I had just a couple weeks ago some flashes of things that I remember from my childhood that I thought were gone, and all of a sudden they're all coming back. I'm like, what? I remember now that my teachers' names and last names and things from primary school when I was like 7, 8 years old. Amazing.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
If that's not a proof that this diet works, I don't know what is.
And that alone is worth enough, you know, because we have so much dementia and Alzheimer out there.
We're not supposed, age is not supposed to degrade our abilities. Everyone is accepting that paradigm. I don't think that's a correct paradigm. As we grow older, we grow wiser. Our memories should be strengthened because we're calmer and things like that. We're not supposed to lose our vision. We're supposed to improve in every single way.
Exactly. And you know what? While we're talking about that, I'm letting my hair grow naturally. I don't know if you've seen on the website, I have dark hair.
Yes.
Because I had to go to a Christmas party, and you know, my husband is 11 years younger than me, so I didn't want people to say who would meet me, who's that old girl with him, you know? So I decided to have my hair colored.
Okay.
But I have to tell you why. When my roots started to show, well, that's the thing. On the top, they didn't show. It was getting darker and darker.
Really?
Where I used to have lots and lots of salt and pepper, more salt and pepper, you know?
Wow, that's right.
More pepper. It's got darker. I had little strands that are darker.
Wow.
So I'm doing a test. I have read them several places. One is on Elaine's Compton modified ketogenic diet, that her hair color came back with the coconut oil.
That's impressive. I think I said in my last video that fats, so people say proteins are the building blocks of the body. I think fats are the building blocks because, you know, our scalp, if you feed it good fats from the inside out, that's what it needs. Our skin, every single cell is made of a fat little bag, and inside there is salt water. So we're made pretty much of fat and salt water. That's what I'm saying.
And I totally agree with that. And I totally agree that we are meant not to age. It's just something we've been programmed, because I feel younger at 58 than I was a year ago, because the inflammation is down.
Yes.
I can do more things. I have more energy. I am younger than I was.
The energy in the ketogenic diet is just impressive.
So I cannot wait to be 60. I'm not afraid of saying my age, because I know I'm going to feel even better, because I've been on the diet for 1 year now.
You're going to be youthing instead of aging, right?
Youthing. I love that term.
So let me ask you a question. So when you started the ketogenic diet, did you move slowly by removing highly refined sugars and carbs, and then adding a little bit of fat, or did you literally jump immediately into 20 grams of carbohydrates and just dove right into it? Tell us a little bit so that.
Okay, so when I started, I already had removed a lot of sugary things in the process. I had removed completely the sodas.
Okay.
And that was easy because at the restaurant, I was the one cleaning the machine. And anybody that cleans the machine, they know exactly what I'm talking about. That slime and blah, blah, blah.
Ooh.
I didn't want that in my body. So it was really easy for me to get rid of the sodas. Then the sugary stuff. But when I started eating the fats, after a few days, they were not interesting. I can look at a donut and not even been bothered,
Ooh.
So that's the magic, because when we are on a sugar burner, we want the sugar because that's what feeds us. And when you remove that, you eat the fat, then you don't crave the sugar anymore.
Absolutely. And the fats have a way of signaling the brain of satiation. I noticed that as well.
Yes.
The more fats I was eating, I feel like carbohydrates don't signal the brain. You can eat 3,000, 4,000 calories in carbs and still be hungry after a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But when you eat fat, if you eat 500 calories of fat in one sitting, good fats, you literally get the signal in the brain. You don't need any more food.
Well, as a diabetic, before, when I started, I was eating the fat and I still didn't get the signal right away.
Oh.
So my first days, I probably was eating 3,000, 4,000 calories, but I did not gain weight.
Yeah, it happens. It happens at the beginning.
And I allowed myself to eat the fats. I was determined that was the way to go. And I didn't care about the weight. All I cared that moment was the blood glucose going down. And it was going very, very slowly because I had lots of glycogen in my liver. My blood glucose was in the 140s, 150 at that time during the day. But at night it would still go up to 189, 195. So I had lots of glycogen. So it was a long, long process. I think it may have been from a fatty liver,
Probably.
And it has to clear up slowly, slowly. Even to this day, I'm honest. I won't sugarcoat anything, I'm going to tell you like it is. My blood glucose is not perfect. My fasting blood glucose is around 120, which is, oh my God, it's really high for some people. But I have so much damage done.
You have to give it time.
I've been diagnosed in 2008. So in 5 years from now, maybe my blood glucose will be in the 80s and 90s. I'm sure hope so.
Yes.
But as soon as I eat my bacon and eggs in the morning or any protein, it goes down right away, like a pill.
Amazing.
I can take my blood glucose, have my
fat pill.
Yes, and I go take my blood glucose, and it's down 20 points, 30 points just by eating that fat meal. And I say.
And you have a recipe, which is biscuits and gravy, on your ebook that I want you to tell us a little bit about.
Oh my God! I'm discovering, because those were all things I couldn't have before. Now I'm discovering all these fat recipes that I could adapt.
Awesome.
Without making them without the flour for thickening the gravy. So yes. I find out little tricks. And it works, and my husband loves them. And by the way, my husband is starting the diet next month, and he's really good at creating recipes also. He's a big eater. So we're going to team up and created stuff. We already created a barbecue sauce, a ketogenic barbecue sauce.
Okay. I can't wait to hear about that. So your little recipe has cinnamon, and cinnamon also helps the blood glucose, control the blood glucose levels.
Yes.
Yeah. It's very important. I love it. I'm going to try it next because I just bought your ebook a couple days ago. I haven't had the chance.
Yeah, that no bread pudding, because it gets really thick, I add some heavy cream.
On top.
So it's on top and let it ooze in there. And I love it.
Fantastic.
And it's just my blood glucose in the morning.
Wow.
So
it does bring it down, right?
how can you go wrong with that diet? You get your memory back, you get your blood glucose in check, your cholesterol in check, and you eat treats. I can have treats in the morning, fat bombs. Something I've never had in my life before.
So you're happy. This is awesome, Aline. So let me ask you another question. Have you visited your doctor again, your physician, and have you done any tests, and what did they tell you?
Okay, honesty comes first. Okay. I had a test done 2 years ago where my blood glucose at that time was running in the 150, 185, 200, and my A1C was at 7 then, okay? And then I moved to the vegan, and then my blood glucose went to the 400, and I was still looking for an answer. So when came my year anniversary, I decided I was not going to go. Because what are they going to do? I see at the hospital, they put fear into you. They don't change your diet, but they install fear, and they want to medicate you. And I did not want to hear what they had to say. What I did, though, is went to my eye doctor, and he said my eyes were not affected, and I had hair analysis done.
Oh.
So that was awesome.
Well, tell us more about that hair analysis.
Hair analysis, my dear, is so awesome because you're taking vitamins, and you hear that you have to take magnesium, and which is true for most people. We're all deficient of iodine and magnesium and
minerals.
Chromiums if you're diabetic, and I was increasing my minerals. And when I had hair analysis, you take a little strand off the back of your hair, you send it to the lab, and then the lab send it to the person that, send you all the information, and they give you a reading. Well, what I found out is I was way too high on the magnesium. Oh. And my body was not taking, any of the calcium and the other, the minerals.
Level everything.
Because it was working to get rid of this.
The magnesium.
It was using all my vitality and to reduce this, to try to find the balance. So the hair analysis, they prescribe the minerals for me, for my body, what I should
specific.
And what I should be eating, in terms of vegetables.
Where were you getting so much magnesium from?
I was taking in the mineral supplement, and I was also, I have a sauna, an infrared sauna, and after my sauna, I would take a shower, and I would bathe myself with the oil.
Magnesium oil? Okay.
Which is good for most people, but I guess I was overdoing it.
Maybe.
Lesson learned.
Yes.
But that was, for me, the best thing I could have done for myself, And now that I'm ready, that my numbers are better, because now my numbers during the day, they go in the very low 199 sometimes, and then my fasting is at 121. Then it goes on after breakfast. I'm ready to go see the doctor.
Very good. Excellent. Once you go, we will post your results online so everyone can see.
Yes, absolutely. That's the plan, because next month, this is my year anniversary, and I'm going to check my A1C, my cholesterol, which, if you read Keto, what the HDL is with my number by Jimmy Moore, you understand they don't do the full test on the cholesterol anyway. I just want to see what my HDL is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think very soon we're not going to test for cholesterol anymore, because, there was a misconception out there that cholesterol, I think the higher your cholesterol, the longer you live or something. I read that somewhere. I don't know.
I think the major points is the A1C, the triglyceride, to find out what's going on in your blood, the fat in your blood, the inflammation markers. Those
are probably important.
And the HDL. Last time I checked, my HDL was at 60, so I'm hoping it's way over that now.
Perfect.
With all the good facts I've been eating.
I can't wait to hear about your results. So the next question is, how did you think about starting a YouTube channel? How did that all come about? And it's wonderful. It's just, I am so thrilled that you did, because we need people that have been diagnosed with diabetes to share their experience, especially after healing themselves. So you are one of the rarest people that has a YouTube channel that's sharing so generously with everyone. How did you think about starting a YouTube channel?
Well, again, I have to give the ketogenic all, the right
credit.
What I'm say is I have to give it to the ketogenic diet.
The credit, yeah.
The credit, that's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
Because a year ago,
Yeah.
do you think if I was forgetting where my keys were, I would know what to say? It's all in the process opening up the mind.
Absolutely.
All the new neural nets, my brain is on fire. My brain, now I can literally say that I'm a totally different person.
You
or
are.
I'm the person that I'm supposed to be.
Yes.
Yes. And when I started a year ago, when I was Googling, there was hardly no one on YouTube.
No.
Hardly no recipes either.
Yeah.
And I was hungry for knowledge. I was hoping to find someone.
Yes.
And I said, it's working for me. It has been working for several months because now I started to upload in late April.
Mm-hmm.
It's been working for 8 months. So I have to tell my story. There's people out there that are hungry for info.
It's like what Gandhi says, be the change that you want to see out there, right?
Exactly. I totally agree. That's why I decided to do it, to help as many people as I could.
Wonderful.
By being honest, by not sugarcoating, and each time I have something new, I want to share it, And it has brought me a lot of joy because I've been meeting so many people that tells me, your story is my story. Thank you so much for sharing your videos, And with my background of creating recipe, well, I'm not afraid of trying stuff. Oh, by the way, I have a new video coming about crab nuggets.
Ooh, that sounds very exotic.
But this is coming. My husband ate them all.
Wow.
I only had one for testing. I said, I think that's going to work. And he ate them all and then made them again. He saved me 2 this time.
Oh my God.
Out of 10.
I want to try some of those. So
that's why I think, like you said, it was all planned. And I think that there's more people that I wished would come for, because we're just a piece of the puzzle. You're a piece, I'm a piece, Jimmy Moore's a piece. Everybody's a piece. And we need more pieces to the puzzle. We need more people with their story. And that's what I want to, inspire people,
It's incredible because I think fats, when they start feeding your brain starts becoming really the real you. And then that's what happened to me when I started the ketogenic diet. I'm like, I gotta share this.
Exactly.
What do I do? And then someone in my life, very close person to me, very dear and I respect a lot, they're like, YouTube channel. I'm like, me on camera? No. But I thought, I have to overcome my personal, not wanting to be on camera, and I gotta do it because so many people need to hear about this. Because
I think we've become the person we're supposed to be.
Absolutely. And then, yes.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
In April, if I had computer problems, I would always ask my husband, oh, honey, I can't print. What's going on? I did not even know what uploading meant. And here I am uploading on YouTube. And this is why I'm here behind my white wall, because this is where I finally got the courage one day to say, hey, I'm going to tell my story because I can help someone. If I only help one person. And now I have my website. I have over 40 videos, and I just have a Kindle book. And where am I going to be in 1 year? Where are you going to be, Tara, in 1 year?
I know, it's impressive. I think the fact that we want to share unconditionally, it's like it's giving us back. I feel like my YouTube channel has been giving me, sometimes I feel more than what I'm giving to people, because all the comments below the videos, all the sincere stories, all the it's just so beautiful because human beings are societal beings, creatures. We're not supposed to be in a cave by ourselves. We're community beings. So the more we share, it's like it feeds back and forth.
Oh, definitely. I totally agree. And I honestly, from my heart, can say today that diabetes was the best thing that happened in my life. One of the best, beside my 3 kids was the best thing.
That's so wonderful.
It took me from ups and downs. It took me from all the emotion, from being a victim, for being, against the wall, and keep asking myself, going in meditation and ask, what should I be eating? What should I be doing? And trusting my guides and trusting the universe. That was the best journey.
Absolutely.
I am a better person today because of diabetes, because I have found happiness, and I can see it in you also, Tara. You have a beautiful smile. You are honest, and I can tell from everybody that's on the ketogenic diet how they change. They become happier. Maybe it's because we get better sleep. Maybe because our cells are fed finally, and they're all happy. So it's the whole collective is better, is happier.
Absolutely.
So it's made me a different person, and I love myself for what I'm becoming. I wish that for everybody, to all your viewers. If you take one thing from this podcast, take that love of self. And I think that's why we're here on the planet, to discover, to love ourselves. Because only when you love yourself, you can love others.
Absolutely.
And I'm discovering this,
Wow.
I cannot wait to be 60. I'm telling you, I don't know where I'm going to be.
You are such a wonderful person. I knew this interview was going to be fantastic because, some people give importance to others because of fame or because of how many subscribers you have. It does not matter. I have respect for people for what they have done with their lives, and you have done something unbelievable. I hope this podcast reaches as many people as possible, especially people dealing with diabetes, because there's more diabetes in this planet than anything else because of our abuse of sugar. So I'm gonna do my best to post this podcast everywhere and blog it and just promote it heavily, and you're gonna do the same thing, I hope.
I am, definitely. And I want to thank you for your help, because truly I believe that diabetes should be in the past. It should not exist anymore. We have found what we need to do to manage our blood glucose. It's a thing of the past.
Absolutely.
And I'm so happy that I have people like you and your viewers that's going to help me share the word, spread the news,
Absolutely. And I'm so excited. Thank you so much. Tell us one last thing a little bit about your ebook, where we can get it, and what's your YouTube channel name, so we can wrap this up, and hopefully we'll send you as many people as possible so we can help you with your little mission.
I don't know if you can see it. This is the baby. Yes. It's a Kindle book.
Okay.
It's on Amazon. It's $4.99. It's the collection of the recipes that I have already on YouTube, and a couple more. But it's because viewers asked me to make a Kindle book, to have all the ingredients there. And I have to mention that there is some recipes in there that I didn't put the macros, okay? Mm-hmm. Because I realized the macros. It's because I realized that ingredients from what I have here in my region are different ingredients in the East and different ingredients in Australia, and they have all different carbohydrates,
but they're all under like 5 grams of carbohydrates, right?
Yeah. So as long as your macros are 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 5-to-1, or even better than that, you're okay. I want the viewer to take their little responsibility and counting, okay?
Their own counting.
That's why I didn't put all the macros, because it varies from region to region.
Okay. And that also puts you in a second mission, which is the next ebook that you're going to put everything in it. So you can stay committed.
Okay. Yeah, this one is the first one. I promise to do better next time. But it just to prove that without the ketogenic diet, I would never have done that.
No.
It's like I came out of my shell and learned You know, there's a learning curve to do a Kindle book.
Absolutely. What is the title of the book, Aline?
The title of the book is Ketogenic Comfort Food Recipes for Diabetes. Actually, it's for everybody, but it's mostly for diabetes if they don't want to spike their blood glucose.
Okay, perfect.
So comfort foods. If you look for ketogenic comfort foods, you'll find me.
We'll put a link below of this little video, and then thank you so much for sharing time and sharing your honesty, your enthusiasm. You are an inspiration. One last thing, my mom has diabetes and she's on medication and she's freaked out to get off medication. I hope this podcast and this video will help her. I'm going to translate it for her because she doesn't speak English.
Okay.
And then next time we're going to do one in French. On va faire un petit podcast en français. D'accord?
C'est bienvenu, bien sûr, c'est mon plaisir.
Comme ça, toute la famille va comprendre aussi. So,
okay.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Aline, for being here and sharing your beautiful enthusiasm and love. Thank you for doing this. The planet is going to be so grateful for everything you've done. I expect wonderful things in your life, and I see you're going to be growing amazingly. Your channel is going to be fantastic, and I'm going to help achieve that with you. Okay?
Oh, you're so good to me. Thank you. Sending hugs and kisses.
A lot of love. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and Aline's channel, Ketobetic Aline, and give this video a like if you like it. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
Love you guys.
I love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.